Hi Scorpio, welcome back to the Astrology 33 channel. This is your December 2020 love reading. Thank you to those of you who liked, viewed, shared, subscribed, and donated to the channel. I appreciate all of that. As far as person readings go, I'm probably going to bring those back in January, just to give you a heads up there. As far as what we have in front of us, this is why I call it a bridge in the gap spread, and the way it works is the cards on the left side represent your energy toward the connection with your main love interest. Cards on the right side represent their energy toward the connection. These are the past energies, present energies, future energies. And once we get through all those, we'll actually pull some oracle cards with some additional insight. That's where the bridging the gap dynamic comes into play. And as far as the decks being used, on the left side we have the Lover's Path Tarot, and on the right side we have the Tarot Sexual Magic. Also keep in mind it's just a general reading, so I'm going to be referring to the cards on the left as your energy and the cards on the right as the other person's. If you feel like it's the other way around, then definitely trust that. Alright, so with all that out of the way, past energy on your side, we have the Nine of Coins. So this is actually Virgo energy here. And really, to me, it says that you guys are just really enjoying your independence in the past, probably not giving too much attention to the connection, quite frankly. You might have been having some financial successes. But yeah, overall, it looks like you guys are just enjoying your independent streak. And the past energy on their side, we have the Knave of Pentacles. So earth energy here as well. But what always sticks out to me about this particular Knave of Pentacles is all the cup energy within it. So to me that has more of a passionate vibe to it, to where, could just be saying that this person might have had a very passionate attraction toward you, but underneath it all there was still like that desire for some stability. That's where the pentacle energy comes into play for me. So, you might have just seen them as someone who was just emotionally expressive and maybe passionate. Maybe you even doubted, were they willing to do something in a more stable way with you guys. But that's what I'm seeing there, that they actually did have that intention. All right, present energy on your side, we have the Nine of Arrows. So again, with the 9 energy, but a big shift this time. This is actually Gemini energy here. And we're pretty much, at the time of recording this, we're about to have that full moon eclipse in Gemini. So that could be what's bringing this up for you guys. But here what I see with this is, you could just have a lot of anxiety around the situation. Maybe you're even second guessing yourselves as far as if you handled the situation correctly with this person. And even as I'm reading this card, all of a sudden my throat chakra's getting all messed up. But yeah. So, what song came to my mind? Actually, it's an older song, but some of you might know it. It's called Tell Me by Groove Theory. The first lyrics to it are, I was doing my own thing. Love always had a way of having bad timing, or something like that. Pretty close to that. That's the vibe that I'm getting from you guys, where you might have just been enjoying yourselves, and maybe this person came along and you were just not really in the headspace to be in a connection like that. So that could have been one of those things that, might have thrown you off track. And now you have a lot of anxiety around it. What should I do here? So definitely check out that song. I'll put the name of it in the description of the video, because I think maybe that'll have some significance for you guys, because it's not too often I get a song like that vividly that comes to me like that. But yeah, that's what I'm seeing there. And this could just be saying that you might even be getting guided to communicate to this person, but you could just have some nervousness around that, because that angel-like figure there looks like he's trying to give an arrow to her, which would represent communication. All right, well, it's not focusing, but yeah, so that's what I'm seeing there. So watch out for that energy, especially around, like I said, the full moon eclipse in Gemini, which we're about to have. Present energy on their side, we have the 10 of Wands, which is Sagittarius energy, the Knight of Swords, which is Gemini energy, and the Hermit. So for me, the way I'm actually reading these 3 cards together, because it's kind of an interesting mixture of energy. For one, you see the opposites with the Sagittarius and the Gemini, but with the Hermit energy there too, I feel like this is saying that, they might feel pretty much I feel like they're going to withdraw from the situation. They might even try to communicate to you again, but to me this could again just be pointing to that full moon eclipse energy in Gemini, which would make sense for this being in the present position since we're just about to have it. And with that hermit, could just be saying that they might withdraw into themselves for a while. So this might be them feeling like they've put effort toward you. um, the Ten of Wands in some decks can be perceived as a burden. Here, it's not really necessarily a burden. It's like the willingness to put in the work, but at the same time, they could just realize, all right, well, maybe I just need to give this a break. So I don't necessarily see them leaving, but I feel like they will definitely be withdrawing from you guys. All right, and the future position on your side, we have the Ace of Cups and the Four of Arrows, which is Libra energy. So the way I'm really seeing this, it could just be saying that if you guys do actually finally go ahead and express yourselves around the situation, it actually might give you that peace that you were hoping for, because to me, the Four of Arrows energy represents an energy of healing. And, here with the Nine of Arrows, we definitely see someone who's not really at peace mentally, just going through a lot of things in their mind and unsure of what to do. Keep in mind, you guys do have Venus in your sign too until the middle of the month, so that could be pretty good as far as helping you guys communicate as well. You might even be getting a lot of attention as is with that too. We do see the moon there, so given that this is in the future position, it might not be pointing to that full moon eclipse in Gemini, but at the very least, possibly that full moon that we're going to have toward the end of December in Cancer. So definitely watch out for the moon cycles this month. There could be some significance there. All right, and then future energy on their side, we have the Ten of Pentacles, so more Virgo energy here. Temperance, which is Sagittarius energy, and Strength, which is Leo energy. So an interesting mixture here too. The Ten of Pentacles, again, that makes me feel back to what I was saying with the Knave of Pentacles, where even if they just came across as just more passionate and maybe you weren't sure of their intention, with the Pentacle energy there, it still, to me, shows that there was that desire for stability underneath the surface. And we see that again here. But what always sticks out to me with the Ten of Pentacles artwork here is, we see all that fruit around, which represents the fertility aspect, right? But then there's also that mirror too. So I feel like this could just be saying that, they might have just gotten discouraged. And so if you guys stopped putting energy toward the connection, they might actually do the same, which is what I was picking up on there, where they might withdraw for a bit in the present. But with the Temperance card, usually the way I read the Temperance card in this particular deck is just an independent streak in someone where they'll do their own thing. So I don't necessarily feel like they're really taking it personally necessarily, but they're someone who's totally good to just do their own thing if they feel like the other person's not really giving them energy at the time. But with the Strength card, though, interestingly enough, they do look very similar to women on these two cards. So it could just be saying that eventually they might get impatient again and actually come forward and try to get you to speak up and let them know what's on your mind. For some of you, I feel like I said, with that Ace of Cups, you might actually be the one to communicate that to them beforehand. But for others of you, it looks like it could just be saying that, let's say, for example, they're in Sagittarius season. Since I was saying for some of you, that could be the full moon in Cancer where the conversation might happen. Could just be saying that they're in Sagittarius season, they're fine doing their own thing, but maybe after that, they're like, all right, I need to know what the deal is with Scorpio, so could be as simple as that. But definitely see that desire again with the energies here, a lot of fiery energy there. And again, mixed in with that stability. So I feel like that mixture of passion with stability with this person, So maybe they have like fire and earth in their chart, for example. Bottom of the deck on your side, we have Ten of Cups. So I think you guys had this in your general reading too. So another pretty good indicator that things are going well for you. And interestingly enough, beneath that, we actually have Balance, which is Temperance. So now you guys technically both have Temperance in the spread. But yeah, definitely seeing that. And then what stands out to me there too, actually, is we see the fire and the water. So similar to what I was saying there, that cup energy with the pentacles, it's like these mixtures of the passion, but also emotion and stability. So I feel like you guys definitely are a pretty good match for each other. It just seems like there's some kind of disconnect right now. Bottom of the deck on their side, we have the sun. So, you know, this could be pointing to between that and the strength card. Some of you might even be dealing with the Leo. So that's certainly a possibility. And then beneath that, no, we have the Emperor. So could just be saying that they might have a bit of a stubborn streak themselves too, where, like I said, they might have been putting in action toward you, and if they felt like it wasn't being reciprocated, then they might have, been a bit stubborn, like, all right, well, I'm not going to do anything else. But overall, I feel like this is a good connection. Like I said, maybe as early as that full moon eclipse we're about to have, things might start to clear up for you guys. But looks like you are being led to express yourselves in some way. And that could be part of that Saturn transit wrapping up through your third house communication, which you're probably feeling like it's long overdue to leave. But yeah. Next, we'll move on to the Oracle decks. First, we'll see if we get anything from Aqua Moonlight deck here. And I did pre-shuffle this deck. First thing we'll be looking for is some unspoken messages from you to them, and then from them to you. And if I shuffle for a while and nothing comes up, we'll just move on to the next deck. But sometimes it's helpful to get some extra messages from this. Oh, got one there. And see if we get any from them to you now. Yep, almost had one there. All right, got one. So, let's see what we got. Okay, on your side, we have in the very near future. So yeah, I mean, I could kind of see where that's coming from. Where, like I said, it seems like with that Nine of Arrows energy, you guys might really be stuck in your head. But with the Ace of Cups in the near future, along with that Four of Arrows, which, like I said, to me represents that healing energy, looks like you guys might finally be ready to communicate what's going on for you guys. And I will, like I said, it could just be as simple as when Saturn finally moves out of your third house communication, you might feel a little bit more free to speak up. All right, and on their side, we have Forbidden. It says, even though we shouldn't, I still want you. Interesting dynamic there. I definitely didn't get any energy of like another party being involved on either side, so I don't necessarily know if that's what it is, but maybe they just might feel like you guys have just clashed so much that they might doubt, if there is that potential for the connection to go somewhere. But like I said, I feel like when you guys open up, things should definitely start to flow more smoothly, but it definitely at the very least shows what I was saying there, as far as it looks like this person definitely has a heavy attraction towards you, a lot of passion, and like I said, I do see that stability there as well with the Knave of Pentacles and then seeing the Ten of Pentacles. So hopefully that resonated with you. All right. And next we'll see if we get anything from the Wisdom of the Oracle deck. Same situation here as far as I did pre-shuffle this deck, but here we're just looking for one card with general advice and we'll wrap up. Oh, got one. Okay. So we have higher power. There you go. And there's the artwork, and the number is 4. So Interesting. That made me think of the fact that you guys have that four of arrows, and like I said, that definitely looks like a healing energy. And in this deck in particular, I mean, a lot of the cards do have two people, but we also see the two people together too. So it definitely looks like you guys can get some forward progress in the connection once there's some communication. But let's see what it has to say. Okay, it says conscious contact with a higher power, the presence of the divine, seeing source energy in all things, committing to a partnership with spirit. The Oracle's message. This card reminds you that you are more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. You have an immortal soul and are gifted with a human life through which a higher power can express itself. At this time, you need to be conscious of your connection to spirit and foster it through prayer and meditation. Ask, what is the highest good for all? How can I serve? Then get out of your own way and trust that there is a plan for your life more wondrous than you can ever know. You are always protected and divinely directed. So an interesting message there when it said, more than a person trying to get ahead and make things happen for yourself and others. That made me think about the fact that there was that Mars retrograde that we had recently that was in your sixth house of work and daily routine. So that could have been part of it as well for you guys. Like maybe you just felt like you were spinning your wheels and couldn't really give energy to the connection in the past. But now it is moving forward again, and it's gaining speed. So hopefully that resonated. The relationship message says it's time to address how much effort you give to your relationship with your higher power, called God, Goddess, Spirit, or any other name that is sacred and holy. Recognize that your partnership with Spirit is your number one priority. The appearance of this card also indicates that there is a deep spiritual bond between you and another person who is essential to your growth and evolution. Tend to your spiritual connections and remain aware of your true nature. So definitely a pretty positive message there too. And interestingly enough, that made me think of what I was saying for you guys in your general reading. I don't remember all of the theme, but I do remember a part of it was it felt like you guys were having difficulty trusting your own intuition at this time, and that could be what that's pointing to there to say, you need to start to gain that trust back in your intuition and understand and trust that you'll be led in the right direction. And then that could be what that Nine of Arrows energy that was pointing to was too. Like I said, it looks like there's that angel figure trying to pass the arrow to this person, which could represent, like I said, maybe something coming through to you guys in a dream or some kind of song you might hear or some synchronicity that might be pointing you in the right direction, but you just might be reluctant to see it that way. Or just second guessing, all right, is this actually my intuition or is it wishful thinking? Or even if you're thinking in a more negative way, like is it me just thinking negatively? But hopefully that resonated with you guys. We'll wrap up there. I hope you guys have a happy new year, and I'll see you all next year. All right, bye.